Hi Scorpio, welcome to your January 19th to January 31st energy reading. As you guys know, these readings are timeless and signless, so you don't actually have to have any scorpionic placements, and you don't actually have to be watching this when it is being published. However, if you see the title and it vibes with you, chances are there's something for you. If you'd like to have personal work done with me, energy readings, energy healing sessions, or mentoring, you know exactly where to find me. Let's jump in. Guys, I don't know what it is that you've been doing, Scorps, but you definitely have a lot of luck on your side right now. I actually was looking in my cards to see if I had a cute little card with a clover on it, 4-leaf clover, to kind of just be off to the side somewhere to convey that physically, visually for us. But you know how we roll. We don't need the cards. We feel the energy, right? And so I just want to tell you that there's a lot of abundance here for you, and there's literally a stroke of luck for you. Now, it's interesting the way I'm saying that, because I suddenly feel caught up in the throat, and I feel that some of you, it's almost like as I was telling you that, I was hoping that I would be informing you about 1 minute, 11 seconds, something that you already knew. But in fact, I felt like it was a little bit of an energy like I was trying to convince you desperately, hey, what you want is here. Hey, there's money here for you. There's abundance. Abundance being having what you need when you need it. So, and then I felt the constriction in my throat, and I realized, oh my gosh, Scorps, you are going through some grief. So it's, I'm healing, see, so many words are coming through, right? I was going to say I'm hearing, but I heard I'm fearing, I heard I'm healing, I heard I'm feeling. There are so many things. But what I would like to say is I'm feeling that this grief, it has words along with it. For some of you, it's grief revival. So something's coming up. Something's coming up and you're afraid to look at it. You gotta, listen, think about me. We're watching it together. We're looking at it together. What's going on inside? Janelle's not judging me. And so I whatever, what's going on? Face my shadows, right? For some of you, it's grief retrieval. So I feel in a sense that, not to say you're being forced into looking at something or bringing something up, but something's coming up and there is design behind it. It's being done that way. It could very well be your own higher self, because I see that part of you reaching straight down your esophagus and pulling it out from your solar plexus area. And I just want to thank our higher selves for these kinds of things that they do, because what you don't realize is by your higher self doing that, what your higher self is actually doing is supporting you in feeling brave enough, strong enough, and having the strength. This is your strength center in a big way, the solar plexus, right? Having the strength to face and look at something. I feel that I'm sorry, I just felt into this, and I no shade, I keep it 100 here, but it feels so icky, this energy inside. It feels literally like dirty, ugly, shadowy, pedophilic, back of the, I hope YouTube doesn't censor my videos already. I feel like I've fallen off the algorithm already since COVID times, right? Oh, well, now it is. Okay, anyway. But it just feels like the back of some school area that's like dark and there's a shed back there. This feels gross. So let's just let the energies just reach in, pull up everything. And if you guys have any low vibing energies as well within your space, whoever you are watching, if you're like, this isn't my energy, whether or not it is, and you're aware of it, the guides are going to go ahead and pull it up for all of us. So yay. They're saying lovingly, and I love this, if you find yourself singing over the next few days, like even if you are somebody who sings, generally, like you just sing a lot, you'll still feel the difference. And if you're not somebody who sings a lot, you might find yourself singing, because guess what? It's like, I just trust me on this feeling is very gross and dark and gross, and it's disgusting. And so it's being pulled up from your solar plexus, thereby giving you space to sing and give you something to sing about, happiness, and I do want to say that the frequencies that are coming up are along the golden ray. It feels golden, it looks golden. Imagine a cute little bird singing, and if you could see the cute little notes, it's they're all in gold. And so that's just to show you. And of course, we know that our solar plexus area vibes with yellow and gold kind of energies. Okay, so yay, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, they're so good. See what they do for us. They man, you guys, like, seriously, if you only knew. If you only knew what these unseen guides do for you, you would be in tears. You'd be like, oh my God, thank you. All right, so I just wanted to report on those energies coming up. Aw, super cute. Look, see, this is representing them. They're like, so you want to look at this together now? You know, it's got real, do you want to build a snowman kind of energies going on there. So you know, just go ahead and do that. The guys are here. They love you. Aw, hugs. I love hugs. Anyway, so Scorpio, let's keep going. Yeah, so step into your money, for crying out loud. Step into it. It's there. I'm saying money, but it's really just vibing as abundance, right? But it is manifesting for a lot of people at this time as money. It's also manifesting as opened doors for people where where the doors were closed before. It's opening up. All right, so let me have a seat. God bless, because like, why am I standing right? Thank you. There's always got to be a darker version of the, you know, Scorpio, what's up with you? You always got to bring that shadowy, like, I got 2 Lenormands and one is just, it's like, why is this one here? But I actually love this. I actually have, my 3rd house is the house of is Scorpionic. So I vibe heavy with Scorpio energies. Anyway, yeah. So Spirit is saying one of the things that you're going to want to keep in mind moving forward throughout the end of January, whoever you are, whether or not you have Scorpionic energies, is that something has come to an end, but you may not be able to realize it. And the reason why, because you see how we have this lattice work kind of looking here, and then we've got kind of what, spiritually speaking, looks like a continuation of this lattice work, just for the sake of proving the point. It's, you know, to show you, hey, it's done. In fact, the 6 of Pentacles, doors closed, case settled, you know, things in balance, cords cut. But the reason why some of you may actually have just a little bit of difficulty in, look at this, victory. Things are done. But the reason why you may have a little bit of difficulty, Scorpio, is because you cut cords for a living, in a sense, because, you know, you also hold on to things. But what is so good about Scorpionic energies is you guys can die 10,000 deaths in one day, whereas other people like, oh my God, a tower moment, dark night of the soul. But here you are eating dark nights of the soul for breakfast and having tower moments, more than one, throughout your day. So you're a little bit of an expert. I'm hearing the word milieu in relation to you, so that I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but I just want to let you know that you're doing really well. So moving forward throughout the end of January, just remember that if you've decided to hang up your hat with a behavior or with somebody, please remember to stick to it, is what the guides are saying. And they're looking at you, and I see your energy like kind of giving a half smile, a little mischief, a twinkle in your eye, like, okay, I hear you. See, if you bend something, keep the door closed. And they're reminding you, put the action steps in place. So if you know that you have decided to, in fact, look at the 10 of Swords, ending something major, right? If you've decided to go ahead and to let somebody go, let him or her or this opportunity go. We don't need you anymore. You've decided to turn your back on it, to close it, because you rightfully understood you don't fall in love with the form of somebody. You're falling in love with the energy. The form can be replaced, and that's a hard lesson to learn, because, you know, we're like, but I want Bobby. They're like, dude, Billy is vibing the same energy. You know, Bobby's married, get off it. Go to Billy, it's better, right? Because that one thing makes it better. You're now with somebody who's available, right? But we get attached to form. But you rightfully said, I recognize that this energy, this person, place, thing, situation, or idea in this form represents an energy that I no longer want to be associated with. So I cut it off. I'm done. Things have been, you know, supported by the universe. Karmic balances, debts have been paid, this and that. Spirit is like, great job. But your job is to, number one, remember that you made that step. Number two, believe that it's happened, because again, you may have trouble kind of assessing or having that door closed feeling, oh, it's closed. And that's just because you go through deaths and rebirths all the time. But they're also saying put some checks and balances in place for you in the physical so that you don't allow yourself to slip back into that. I'm going to keep it 100. I do feel for some of you this is referring to an addiction of some sort. So you may or may not even have scorpionic placements but feel drawn to this reading for that reason. Spirit is saying, yep, there it is. So they're saying examples of physical things. If you cut somebody out of your life for a good reason, go ahead and block them on all accounts. Yes, even MySpace. Okay, who on that? You on that? Well, okay, you and that one other person. Well, now you have to block that, block that connection. On top, so that way you're cutting off. By design, your design and intention, you're cutting off that energy from coming in again. The next thing you need to do is focus on what it is that you want to be doing. Okay, so get to work. What is it that you've been putting on the back burner because of this? On a very important, what dreams did you make in conjunction with this person or this opportunity? It could be something as simple as like, oh, I'm going to buy a house when I take that job and I'll live in that area. Okay, well now you've decided not to take the job anymore because you don't feel like working in that job is going to be conducive to your health and well-being. So you've turned down that opportunity. Spirit is saying great job. So that means stop looking for houses in the area because the two were a parcel. So it's about needing to separate for real and take those action steps. And for some of you here, this may actually be about an ex, maybe you're well into dating, but you're still kind of making moves as if you were still with an ex-husband or something, or ex-wife. I know I keep talking about this in terms of relationships, but please remember this could be simply a job opportunity, a creative endeavor, some type of joint collaboration. Really, it's going to be dependent upon you. And as I say that, the Strength card is coming up. Everything in your reading as you close this chapter, Scorps, is going to be dependent on you. How willing are you to look at what you got going on? How willing are you to recognize that you closed the door, that things are shut? Even if you're like, but that person closed the door on me. On some higher level, this was designed to be the case. So don't care who, what, where, when, why, who shot John, whatever, right? The whole point is that you have to, how willing are you to accept that it's done? And how willing are you to step into, to accept and to acknowledge it, right? You have to acknowledge it. And how willing are you to create those physical boundaries? And how willing are you to turn your attention away fully from whatever it is that you're moving from and onto the next thing? Now, a really high functioning Scorpio, by the way, they are mature in the way that they handle, or not mature like, oh, you're so mature, but much matured like you age well in that category, right? You age well in this category of Scorpio if you can allow for cycles to occur and to really show the rest of the zodiac how it's done. You give birth to something, you enjoy it, you delve into it, you investigate it, you learn it through and through, and then when it's time to let it go, you go through your grief period and whatnot, but you find your own way to let it go, and then you give birth to something new, like the phoenix from the ashes. And you're not afraid to delve into the shadows, because it's in the shadows, our shadow places, that our attachments occur. So when you are okay with being in the netherworld, in the basement, and looking at what's there, and you're okay with releasing, you're showing up the rest of the zodiac, because we're like, oh, whatever, Scorpio, they're so perfect, right? But if you're low vibing, that's when you're holding grudges, you're not letting go, you're stalking people, you're being way crazy intense, and all of that. And so we just want to be mindful. And Spirit is saying that also remember that when you're a master in what you do, look at this, the Lovers. When you're a master at what you do, and it's time to, which is the cycles, and it's time to let go. You also recognize the signs that it's time to let go. As I drop this single card from this Lover's card, you let go, you know the lesson, you put things in place, and you keep it pushing. All right, I'm going to end here so that I can upload this. You know where to find me. Bye.